What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Jay Willie Silly, man, a.k.a. Mr. Take It Easy for you end up like these. But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch, y'all. I keep saying that because, like I said, y'all, the Twitch, I'm talking about y'all, it's been popping, since been popping. You know what I'm saying? Twitch has been popping. 6.2K, man. I appreciate everybody. But like I said, I got to thank God. You know what I'm saying? My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. They didn't believe in me, but God did. You know what I'm saying? But nah, though, man. I got to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I got to thank y'all as well, man, for tuning into the Twitch, the YouTube channel. Like I said, y'all, the second channel going crazy. I repeat, y'all. It's going crazy, man. Finna hit 1,000 subscribers, man, on the second channel, man. Sometimes I look at it and I just can't believe that. I just cannot believe that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, though, bro. You know, thank y'all for showing me love, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, for all my Madden fans, bro, for all my college football 26 fans, make sure y'all join the Discord link in the description down below if you want to join the Madden 26 franchise and the college football 26 dynasty. You know what I'm saying? League name is in the description for the college football 26 dynasty, bro. So, like I said, if the Discord link is not working, hit me up on Instagram personally, bro, and I'll get back to you when I can. You know what I'm saying? We got the Joe Burrow paradox. I'm saying it right, y'all. Y'all probably can't see the title, but the Joe Burrow paradox. You know what I mean? See, one thing about Joe Burrow, I feel like Joe Burrow gets disrespected a lot. And I feel like he gets, see, I told y'all, look, for the casuals, they'll be like, Joe Burrow isn't as good as people say he is. For the casuals. That's what happens. And Bengals fans, now you see how I feel, right? We look trash. We don't make the playoffs. And it's like, people just think our whole team is trash. How y'all defense looked last year, that's how our offense always been, bro. Imagine Bengals, bro. Imagine that, bro. You scoring every time, bro, your defense can't stop a lick. Imagine, bro, our defense stopping people numerous of times and our offense can't score. You see how a bad defense make a good offense look bad? You see how a bad defense made a good team look bad? Knowing dang well, in my opinion, if Joe Burrow, bro, would have had a good defense, he would have beat everybody by the season he was having. I don't care what nobody say. In my opinion, the only quarterback that's better than the only quarterbacks that's better than Joe Burrow, and I'm going to stand by that, is Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. Other than that, I will take Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson anytime. I'm not going to even talk about Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even say it. Because they'll say you hating on him. You know what I'm saying? But my top five, bro, in my opinion, bro, and whether you like it or not, bro, Pat Mahomes, and it's my opinion, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, and Matthew Stafford. Then I got Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? Only casuals going to be like, bro, what? I put Matthew Stafford over Lamar Jackson, bro. People start acting like it's crazy to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, please stop it. Stop trying my boy Matthew Stafford. Real casuals, real football players know Matthew Stafford. Been that guy, pal. He's been that guy. You know what I mean? But that's my top five. I'm sorry, bro. And you know what? One thing, you know what all of them have in common that Lamar doesn't, is that they perform in the playoffs. It's always somebody else's fault when it comes to Lamar Jackson. It's never his fault. Like last year, they try to blame Mark Andrews. Like he didn't have a first half like he did last year. Everybody always trying to blame somebody else when he always make mistakes. It's like his overstates get foreshadowed, overlooked, and they start blaming Mark Andrews. Yeah, it was Mark Andrews' fault too, but you're going to forget that first half he had? It wouldn't even been that close if he had that first half that he had. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to speak on bro, though. But in my opinion, bro, I don't give a dang how many times Joe Burrow, I don't give a dang how many times Lamar did beat Joe Burrow, bro, in the regular season. They don't care. And like I said, regular season only matters to an extent. It matters because you have to make it to the postseason. But, bro, a 9-8 team can make it to the postseason, bro. You don't have to have that good of a record to make it to the postseason. Stop it. Stop acting like you got to have an excellent record, bro. You can make it to the postseason, bro, with a 10-7 record. Make it to the wild card. Stop acting like you have to have a picture-perfect season. You don't. It's really not hard to make it to the end to the playoffs, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good caliber team, bro, and a good quarterback, it's not hard to make it to the playoffs, bro. You bound to make it. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is, if Joe Burrow had a defense, I'm telling you, and they didn't even re-sign freaking Trey Henderson yet, bro, the leading sack. I'm saying, what the Bengals doing? I don't even know what the Bengals did. What's going on with Stewart, the edge rusher that y'all drafted from was it Texas A&M? From Texas A&M. What's going on? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? The defense got to be up to par, bro. There's no way that Joe Burrow should not have made it to the playoffs with the season that he had last season. But people think just because your team is bad that, oh, Joe Burrow didn't. They're going to say Joe Burrow they did. No, Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow this. Joe Burrow was literally an MVP candidate last year. He literally was having an MVP season. Same thing for Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in the league. He's better than Justin Jefferson. I do not care. I do not care. I do not care. I'll take Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson. Don't act like that's crazy to say. Do you see the season my man had last year? Come on, bro. Please stop it. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, bro, is the best wide receiver duo in the league. No duo is better. A.J. Brown, not better than Jamar Chase. Devontae Smith, bro, like I said, that's my guy, but I don't feel like he's better than T. Higgins. You know what I'm saying? Jamar Chase is better than A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So having Jamar Chase right there, that right there puts him over everybody, in my opinion. Name a better wide receiver duo than Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. T. Higgins, bro, literally like can be a wide receiver number one on any team, no cap. But casuals don't know that though. You know what I'm saying? No wide receiver duo is better than Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. No wide receiver duo.
I love playing football. That's
why they had to pay him, because they knew that they let T. Higgins walk. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. But this man right here, I'm telling you, get this man defense, bro. I'm telling you, it's over with for the AFC.
I love playing football, but I don't like everything that comes with it a lot.
4 suspects have been arrested for allegedly breaking into Cincinnati Bengals star Joe Burrow's mansion while he was playing on Monday Night Football.
Do you like the attention?
No, I hate it. I get anxiety and like going out and having to take pictures with all these people, and I love it. I love the fans, and I'm, very appreciative of everybody, but it's a lot sometimes.
Real talk, like the man is a human, bro. I'm just saying, like, if a man don't want to take a picture, he ain't got to take a picture. That don't mean the man ain't appreciative, bro. Like, dang, this man a human being. How would you feel, bro? Like, if you just walking and everybody you got strangers wanting to take pictures of you, running up on you and all that, bro. Like, realize he famous, bro. He realized that, bro. You're not saying he ain't appreciative, bro, but let this man live, bro. If I ever seen Joe, I don't give a, bro. I'm telling you, I don't put famous people on a pedestal, bro. Honestly, like literally, I don't. They're regular people. I don't care if I seen Donald Trump. I don't care if I seen the world famous man. I see LeBron James in person. I'm never going to say I won't speak to LeBron. I said, what's going on, LeBron? And keep on walking, bro. I'm not going to ever ask for another man for a picture. I don't care about you like that to ask you for a picture, bro. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's just me. But people swear because they idolize celebrities that everybody do. I've seen famous people, bro, literally. When I was working at Publix, bro, I seen Cam Newton walk right in front of my face. I looked at him, oh, that's Cam. Went back to work and swear on my life. You live in Georgia, bro, you gonna see famous people, bro. You start thinking like, bro, folks regular, bro, literally. Just because you idolize celebrities, that don't mean I do. You know what I mean? People don't be believing you, bro. You telling me you ain't gonna take a picture with LeBron? I'm telling you I won't take a picture with LeBron. Just because you go up and fanboy and do all that crazy, that don't mean I will, bro. I don't look at celebrities like you look at celebrities. I look at celebrities like normal people. The only person now I'm going to glorify and the only person now I'm going to go crazy over is God and Jesus. That's it. He doodle like I doodle. He bleed like I bleed. The only difference between him is he famous and he got more money than me.
Assassin. And he is coming for you.
Joe Burrow is one of the NFL's brightest stars, a generational quarterback who can dissect defenses with surgeon-like precision.
Burrow, pocket collapses, Burrow stumbling, and just masterfully gets it to Higgins. Just otherworldly from Burrow.
When I look at Joe Burrow, he has the charisma at Namath.
Yeah.
That's who that sucker reminds me of.
Some might say I've gone Hollywood.
Life is for the living, and I love it. Joe is living it up. I told Alex, this is why I need
I went Hollywood for a week, and now it's time to lock in.
Yeah. I had to tell you something. You know what scares me, Shannon? Those Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
However, despite all of Joe's magic,
and it pisses me off, like, why this man didn't make the playoffs last season? I'm like, Bengals, what are you doing? Take care of this. Like, there's no way a quarterback of his caliber should not be in the playoffs. There's no way. Like, this man literally is like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Like, do you know the Bengals never had a quarterback like Joe Burrow ever in their life, so they don't know how to cater to him. Like, bro, cater to this man. Whatever this man wants, bro, give it to him. Tell him he gonna lead y'all in the future, bro. No cap. I'm telling you, in the future, bro. This man is one of a kind quarterback. No cap, bro. No way, bro. The season that he had last year, he should not have been in the playoffs. No way, bro.
The top offenses in
wasted
the league,
one of his best
always
seasons.
a struggle for the Bengals just to get in the playoffs. Why?
Freaking defense. Okay.
Okay, so by now we all know the Joe Burrow story. The Ohio kid who couldn't win the starting job at Ohio State transferred to LSU and turned himself into the greatest single-season college quarterback we've ever seen.
That LSU team was crazy. Oh my God, that was the greatest team of all time, no doubt. Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase? Bro.
Joe Burrow was the best player on the field. Joe Burrow locked up the Heisman and locked up
that LSU team, I ain't gonna lie, they scared me. I ain't gonna
He led LSU to an undefeated season.
Even though they're the ops, that LSU team, that was crazy.
National championship, winning the Heisman Trophy in the most dominant fashion imaginable.
It's a trifecta that very few have achieved. Win the Heisman, perfect season.
I love to have Joe Burrow on my team, bud. I'd kill to have that man on my team. I'd kill it.
Burrow had the greatest turnaround season in NCAA history, and it ain't even close.
The first pick in the 2020 draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joe Burrow, quarterback, LSU.
Cincinnati, a city starved for football relevance, took him with the first overall pick in 2020.
I'm just saying, and this is another thing, I can't believe people think Lamar Jackson better than this man. I really cannot believe it. Like, I just can't believe it. Like, I don't know, bro. I told y'all, bro, and I'm going to keep talking about him because the only reason people talk about Lamar Jackson, like I bring him up, bro, because you say he's one of the best, and you say he's the truth. Well, I'm not a believer. It's just, I mention him because people stay putting him in the same boat as Joe Burrow, and the difference between Joe Burrow and Lamar is that and I keep saying this, bro, and people don't understand. We're not saying Joe Burrow don't lose. Yeah, he loses. Of course. He been to the Super Bowl, which some Lamar has not been. Joe Burrow loses just like Lamar, of course. But the difference is Lamar Jackson's, that's why people criticize Lamar and not Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. Because his play downregresses. He has this, I'm talking about Lamar Jackson, like one of the best QBs I've ever seen in my life in the regular season. In my life. But then when it comes around to the postseason, you start playing like you scared. You know what I'm saying? In my life. The man look like a freak of nature in the regular season. Then when you get to the postseason, bro, you just start playing trash. I can't respect that. That's why I talk about this nigga so much. It pisses me off. Players like that pisses me off. You doing all that, winning all these MVPs in the regular season, doing all this crazy junk, you know what I'm saying? And you play terrible. I don't get it, bro. That's the difference. That's why people talk about Lamar. The people talk about Lamar because you put Lamar in with these boys, right? But the difference between Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford is that their play does not digress. They only play, they get better. They get better. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, he's better than all of them in a regular season. But when it comes to the postseason, he's the worst out of all of them. He's the worst out of all of them.
Savior before he
in a regular season.
And from day
he the man, he the man, he the man.
Pass is caught for the touchdown.
But in the postseason,
Mike Thomas.
On third and 9, Colts
yeah, postseason, that man trash.
Airing it for T. Higgins on the sideline and a fingertip grab, and Higgins striding towards the goal line, pulled down inside the 5 and the 2.
Even as a rookie on a team with a dreadful offensive line and minimal help, Burrow looked poised and confident.
I think Joe Burrow has displayed in the last 2 weeks everything you could potentially want for a quarterback to lead your franchise.
I think Burrow's got the requisite size. I think
real niggas know about AJ Green.
I think he's really athletic. I think he's got the right temperament. He doesn't let crap bother him. I think he's not into commercials. He's more into winning games.
Bernard in motion, play action, Burrow throwing, cut, Bernard, touchdown.
There is not a young quarterback in the NFL that I would take outside of Patrick Mahomes over Joe Burrow. He's that good.
Literally, like, I'm tired of disrespect. I'm tired of the Joe Burrow disrespect. I ain't gonna lie. That jump pissing me off, bro. No cap.
But then,
it's not him, it's his team, bro. Like, I promise you, bro, and this is real. We talking about Lamar Jackson. I promise you, on my life, bro. On my life. Say I'm lying. Put Joe Burrow on the Ravens. I bet they would have been won the ring. I bet. I put it on my life. I put my house on it. I put the house. Put Lamar Jackson on the Bengals. They not touching the Super Bowl at all. Put Joe Burrow on the Ravens. They win the Super Bowl. I bet you. I can bet that. Put Josh Allen on the Ravens. Put him on the Ravens. Especially with the team he got this year. Bro, if this man don't win this year, this man just ain't going to win at all.
Closer to the DC area.
How you lose with the team you got this year?
Rolled in here and late win.
The number 1 overall pick and the number 2 overall pick. Let's get it on for FedEx Field.
You the best quarterback in the league, they say, right? So it should be easy for you to win with that roster.
It was Kendall Fuller and now Burrow. Oh boy.
This is a brutal game. This can be a really brutal game. The number 1 overall pick, Joe Burrow, was hit. He was down. He's been carted off. The entire Bengals team came out to say something to him. His former teammates at Ohio State, Chase Young, Terry McLaurin, Dwayne Haskins all came out. It didn't look good. They were checking out his left leg.
A devastating ACL and MCL tear ended his season prematurely.
Well, Bengals fans say the room went silent as Joe Burrow got hurt.
Joe Burrow did throw more passes at the time he was injured than any other player in the NFL this year. Starting as a rookie, he dropped back to pass more times than any other player.
I think it's going to be...
Bro, that jump made me feel so bad for Burrow, bro, because I know he wasn't great.
Playoffs since '91, and they were hoping to actually build this.
For fan Jeff Bowling, the scene...
That jump made me feel bad, bro. I hate that jump. I ain't gonna lie, that jump be making me mad, bro. Like, knowing like this nigga, like knowing that he really one of the ones, bro, he getting held back by his team, bro. That jump make me mad, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Really pissed. Same thing about DJ, bro. DJ used to pit Daniel Jones, used to piss me off, bro. You holding us back from greatness, bro. No cap. You know what I'm saying? You so bad, bro. You holding us back from greatness. You making us trash, bro. His defense making him look bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This man supposed to been there, bro. I was going for Joe Burrow, bro. I ain't gonna count to you with the Super Bowl. I was hoping he would have got a ring with the Super Bowl, man.
They were
this close.
For fan Jeff Bowling, the scene felt uncomfortably familiar.
It brought back memories of the 2005 playoff game when Carson Palmer got hurt. And I'm like, here we go again. It almost makes you think that Cincinnati is cursed.
Most young quarterbacks might crumble after such a setback, but not Joe. That next season, he came back even stronger in 2021.
Well, we are fired up today here at Paul Brown Stadium on a great day for football with Joe Burrow at quarterback. 294 days after the...
Gotta be that dog, you Joe. Gotta be a dog, bro, for this, bro. You gotta win the dog body on the field, bro. My life, bro. Homegrown, bro. Home freaking grown. We gotta be winning the dog body on this field, bro. Win the dog body, bro. Real talk.
You said it. What's the first thing you said to me this morning about Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in football. Quarterback. Now, Chiefs fans, Patrick's the best player.
Ain't gonna lie.
He's the most talented quarterback.
I ain't better than Pat, all right? You know what I'm saying? I love Joe. You know what I mean? Jojo, my boy. Jojo, my boy. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But Pat, man, Pat on a different level, man.
That has ever stepped foot on the NFL field. But when it comes to quarterbacking and understanding defense,
Joe actually beat Pat, though.
How to attack defenses and the timing and getting
actually beat Pat, though.
He outdueled Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead. He made clutch throws under the brightest lights. Cincinnati believed again. Burrow wasn't just a quarterback. He was a symbol of rebirth for an entire city, taking the Bengals all the way to the Super Bowl in just his second NFL season.
Cincinnati is heading to the Super Bowl. And they did it. They beat Mahomes at home. Wow, Joe Burrow. No way.
Joe, looking back on this season, what are you going to remember the most?
I mean, you know, I watched the football life.
Yeah, AD was just, I ain't gonna lie, AD was just, he was just hungry, man. I ain't gonna lie, but me and Quan and Keto, we were watching that Joe try to have money on that game. I was like, Joe Burrow finna get it. I was like, man, Joe Burrow finna get him one for sure.
You know, I watched the football life of
I'm telling you, bro, he's still young, bro. Give Burrow time, but Burrow's still young, bro. He's still young. I'm telling you, bro.
You know, last week when we had a little break, and you know, I kind of thought about this in the locker room, and when they lost one, and you know, later within the documentary, he said that, you know, they let it sting too much, that they didn't
Cooper Kupp was a freaking dog last season.
You know,
that season, bro.
Obviously, it stings, but you know, we had a great year. Didn't come out this last game the way we wanted to, but I think, you know, we still have something to celebrate.
And the AD.
See, when you watch Joe Burrow, you immediately see what sets him apart. His pocket presence is legendary. He moves with subtlety and poise of a 15-year veteran. His accuracy, clinical. His leadership, unquestionable. When healthy, Burrow makes everything look easy. Slicing through defenses, finding Jamar Chase on deep shots, threading needles to T. Higgins over the middle.
Rush 4. Burrow has lots of time, and there's Jamar Chase with the catch.
I know Jamar Chase love that nigga. I know Jamar Chase love that nigga.
Chasing Chase, they won't catch him.
Jamar Chase the best wide receiver in the league. No cap. I don't care what nobody say. Jamar Chase the best wide receiver in the league. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Justin Jefferson, he's second, bro. He's second. I'm sorry. Not better than Jamar Chase, bro.
Cold-blooded competitor with an uncanny ability to stay calm when the game is on the line. But here's the catch. Unlike any other sport, greatness alone isn't enough in football, and it never has been.
For Joe Burrow to even passively suggest that he was part of the reason the Bengals didn't reach their goals last season is actually three things all at once. It is him being a great teammate. It is a fascinating insight into the drive that makes him what he is.
Look at that ball, y'all.
And it is as patently ridiculous an assessment of football as you will ever hear.
Despite Burrow's brilliance,
that nigga blaming himself.
Struggled to field a truly championship-level defense.
Blaming himself.
For example, during their 2021 Super Bowl run, the defense overachieved, making key stops in crucial moments. But since then, inconsistency has been a consistent factor.
Cincinnati went 9-8 last year.
Gotta keep TJ, bro.
434
Gotta keep
points.
TJ. I don't know why you haven't
There were
signed him.
3 teams in the AFC that allowed more than that last year: Cleveland, Jacksonville, and Tennessee.
You should have the money.
Allowed 435. So
You
that's
should have the
one
money.
more point. All those teams were terrible. The Browns and Titans combined to win 6 games, and they finished with the first and second picks in the draft. Burrow had the Bengals in contention on the season's final day.
The Bengals have prioritized keeping Burrow's offensive weapons around. They've invested heavily in Chase, Higgins, and attempted to patch up the offensive line. But on the defense, it's always been a patchwork of young talent and budget vets. When they needed stops most, especially in high-stakes playoff games, they often fell short. Fair or not, it forces Burrow to play near perfect football every single week. Every drive feels like a must-score situation. The kind of relentless pressure is not only mentally exhausting, but sets up an impossible standard, even for the best quarterback.
This is a football team that has a great quarterback and 2 great receivers. And that's it. This team is all finesse and no physicality.
Then there's the physical toll. In 2020, it was the knee injury. In 2023, the calf strain lingered all season long.
Kevin Nagani back with you. Once again, our breaking news tonight. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow went down in practice.
Injury to Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow had to be carted off.
Joe Burrow with a non-contact leg injury.
Yeah, I remember this. He was good, though. He was
enough to expect the worst.
Joe Burrow, it doesn't look good.
I mean, he's played through dislocated fingers, sprains, and countless hits behind a struggling offensive line.
Guys, you saw the second throw he attempted to make. I saw the first just seconds before that. He cannot grip the ball. He could not raise his elbow, about above a 90-degree angle as he tried to release that ball.
And then you have how hard he's worked to get back with the calf. I think that's why there's so much frustration and anger here from Joe Burrow, and you can't blame him.
I mean, no matter how mentally tough or talented you are, the body has limits. And with every passing injury, the window for a quarterback's prime shrinks a little more. The NFL doesn't wait for anyone. Despite outliers like Brady, the average quarterback's prime is short. And for Joe Burrow, the window is now. He's developed into like a cerebral assassin, reading defenses pre-snap, adjusting protections, making lightning-fast decisions. You know, elite stuff. And his supporting cast is as good as it's ever been on offense. But as every year slips away, each missed playoff run, each injury-shortened season, each front office poor managed decision, the opportunity to cement a lasting legacy gets smaller. You only get so many chances to reach that mountaintop. And in the NFL, tomorrow is never promised. However, in an era where star players force trades, air grievances publicly, or boil out the first sign of dysfunction, Joe Burrow remains cool and calm. Look, he believes in Cincinnati. That's obvious. He believes in the locker room, even when the defense can't stop anyone or when he's getting hit 10 times a game. But you have to wonder, how long can that loyalty last? How long can one man carry the weight of an entire franchise before it starts to crackle?
If you are a superstar caliber talent in any profession, the first thing you run away from is leadership that cuts corners. If you got leadership that cut corners at every turn, you get the hell away from them.
Joe Burrow is the definition of a generational quarterback. He's talented enough to lift his team above its flaws, but only to a point. Look, he's too good to fail entirely, yet his environment often ensures he falls just short of the ultimate success. He embodies both the hope of a city and the cruel limitations of football as a team sport. It's not that Burrow hasn't done enough. I just think that he's been forced to do too much. The Bengals are on the clock, and other teams aren't waiting around. The AFC is loaded with talented quarterbacks. Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, Herbert, Stroud. The margin of error is razor thin. And while they have drafted and signed new defensive talent in recent years, it's often felt like one step forward and two steps back. I mean, even this year, their top draft pick, Shamar Stewart, held out over contract disputes, as well as their top defensive end, Trey Hendrickson.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that, right?
Front office.
I don't know why I call him TJ. Trey, my boy, Trey.
Communication that's been had. It's very... Former players have walked in these shoes, and what it foreshadows is not something that I'm excited about to tell my wife and family. They see how hard I work. There's no other organization knows me better than this one. They watch me an individual, they see how I carry myself as a human being, and they know me.
Burrow's legacy is still unwritten. He could very well hoist the Lombardi Trophy and etch his name alongside.
Sometimes, bro, you feel me? People don't know what they have until it's gone, man. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is, bro. So, I was Trey Henderson, bro. You had a breakout season last year. If I was you, man, I'd get the freak up out of there immediately.
But the window is finite. I guess what I'm saying is when people look back at Joe Burrow decades from now, they'll see the highlights, the perfect deep balls, the swag in big moments, the calm under pressure. But will those clips tell the whole story? Will he be remembered as the quarterback who finally broke Cincinnati's curse? Or will he be the star who almost had it all, but was ultimately let down by circumstances beyond his control? That's the paradox of Joe Burrow, a once-in-a-generation talent constantly battling not just opponents, but the very environment around him. The question isn't whether Joe Burrow is good enough. He's already proved that 100 times over. The real question, though, is will he ever get the chance to finish the story the way he deserves?
Well, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you feel me? Joe Burrow, man, Cincinnati, bro. Build around him. Take care of him, bro. Because if you don't, somebody else will. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, somebody else will, bro. Simple as that. And like I said, Joe Burrow is more cherished to me than Saquon Barkley. Because I know every time I say that, it's going to be Saquon Barkley. He's nowhere near like Saquon. He made it to the Super Bowl. He actually gave them a chance. You know what I'm saying? We only been to the playoffs one time with that man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really cherish. I didn't cherish him, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Only been to the playoffs when we was sorry with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, might as well just be, you know what I mean? In my opinion, we better now this season, no cap. But we was sorry with him and then sorry without him. You feel me? Because we had a little sorry QB. So getting rid of him and DJ, bro, I feel like it was just the best thing to do. You know what I mean? Because it's not like we was doing anything with you, my boy. We only made it to the playoffs with you one time. So best believe us in New York Giants, we do not cherish you one bit, my brother. You know what I'm saying? When you left, I was just more angry that you went to the ops. I wasn't angry about you leaving. I was angry that you went to the ops, bro. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nigga Saquon, I don't cherish you at all, my brother.